Sustainability, reducing carbon is now firmly on the agenda for UK business and all worldwide businesses. So what more can government do to encourage repair, reuse?
We're big advocates of design for repair, for instance, but we also big advocates of training for repair. I think there's not just a need for designing automation equipment, new technologies that can be repaired, but we need to ensure that there will be people available and trained with the right skill set for repair. Perhaps the government could look into bringing some sort of repair credit. So something where organizations could have a tax rebate for demonstrating that they are repairing rather than throwing away. I think there needs to be a process of licensing. So you need to have required a certificate, a license in order to scrap it. You need to demonstrate that you have done everything possible to save that circuit board. There are many myths, many lies that have been spread across the industry by equipment manufacturers that circuit boards cannot be repaired. For instance, they need to just be thrown away. Going back to the circuit board, here you have a program component on this board. This device here has a software in it, and a lot of original manufacturers would come and say, unless you have this special software, you can't troubleshoot the circuit board. Therefore, if this is faulty, you need to throw it away. But that's a lie. And we have the technology, we have the training, can back it up, and we have obviously case studies that go, align with those arguments. So we need to get education on board as well. A lot is discussed in terms of sustainability and driving the industry to a less wasteful future. But we are not seeing education paying attention. We're not seeing, with the movement that we created with the Repair Don't Waste, we're seeing companies from all over the world coming in and joining us and agreeing with our statements, but we're not seeing education, knocking on our door and saying, how can we implement this? How can we implement this concept in our courses? I think we're failing to attract and train more engineers in this country, and that's something that the government can definitely help. I think there are multiple parts that the government, multiple roles that the government can play, not just encouraging the industry to design more sustainable products, but ensuring that there is money, there are resources being used in training the people who will be making the most out of the new assets that are coming through with the production line.
Absolutely.